most of us are very kind to the people we know. Well, let's start with our own children or parents. We are DNA bound to be kind to them. This is how evolution works. So, no credit there, to be honest. Then we expand that to our family and friends and people we know and people from the same country, people who speak the same language, people who have the same faith. Naturally, we tend to benefit them or benefit from because that's our in-group. In-group creates an out-group. So empathy is very selective. It's kind to one kind of people and very unkind to the other. That's why during wars, war crimes are committed with such brutality because we don't feel the pain and suffering of the other. In this chapter, I like to highlight, in the modern times when we call this a universal village, we're all connected. I think we need to see past our tribal compassion, tribal empathy, because only then human race 1.0 can move towards human race 2.0, where we are all one. And in this one, don't forget animals. We still use animals for drug testing. We are unaware of the brutality and the inhumane treatment farms do to animals so they can produce more of them for us and be more profitable. So you can be very empathic towards human at large, then you expand your empathy to include animals. We don't need to treat them as if they don't feel the pain and suffering of what we do to them. And you expand that empathy further out. You look at the environment, you look at the mountains and the streams and the forests and the glaciers as part of your empathy. Because we like to keep our homes very clean, but we like to take all the trash that we produce and dump it in some third world country and spread the disease and suffering to them because we can. We need to keep an eye on the industrial waste that is generated to feed our insatiable desire to buy and buy more. Because the countries where they are made, they are polluting the environment. And as an empathic person, you're careful when you're making those buying decisions. So, tribal empathy is very dangerous. We need to be aware of it. I remember Baba Bulle Shah said something.
चल बुलिया सी उत्थे चलिए जिथे सारे अन्ने ना कोई साड़ी जात पछाणे ना कोई सानू मन्ने.
It translates to, oh Bulia, let's go to that world, that village, that town, where everybody is blind. So nobody can see who I am, what am I wearing, what is my ethnicity, what is the color of my skin. That is, let's go there where nobody judges anybody. That's called inclusive empathy. And Sant Kabir also said something very beautiful. Kabir said,
पीर खड़ा बाजार में मांगे सबकी खैर ना कहो से दोस्ती ना कहो से बैर.
Kabir says, I'm standing in the marketplace, of course, the world, and I am hoping and praying for the goodwill of everybody because I have no friends, because I have no enemies. This is a beautiful message of duality that we struggle with, that you don't have to be either or. You can be all-encompassing. That's empathy. That's practicing empathy and putting empathy into action. I always say empathy without action is hallucination. It doesn't move a needle. If you are empathic towards anything, show me. Take your spark and move it towards the flame. Put your time, talent, and treasure in your empathy so I know that you're following up on what you believe in. Your commitment is shown when you invest your most beautiful gifts, time, talent, and treasure. Two short stories. In 1979, a gentleman by the name of Jadhav in Assam, India, was walking through an area that had a lot of dead snakes. So he decided to plant a few bamboo trees. And lo and behold, every year the bamboo trees started to grow because he would come back every day and plant some more bamboo trees. Around 1,400 acres of land has been cultivated with trees. Well, these trees have now brought back elephants who come to mate over there. There are now chimps over there. There are tigers there. The entire wildlife this ecosystem has been built by this one man. And the second one, very very also close to my heart, is Abdul Sattar Eidi, a man in Karachi, extremely poor. He would beg for others on the street. One day saw that a woman died because he couldn't get ambulance to the hospital. Well, lo and behold, he built the world's largest free ambulance service. And most beautiful part about his empathy was that people were throwing illegitimate children into garbage bins. So he put cots outside his nonprofit where in the darkness of the night, people will come and put a baby into one of those carts. And he didn't ask if they're Christians or Hindus or Muslims, whoever they were. He adopted all of those children as his own children, gave them his name so that they can get an ID card, they can have a life, they can go to school. Now that's a beautiful example that your empathy should not be tribal, but it should be purely inclusive of everybody that comes along your way. You're blind to their color, to their race, to their ethnicity and their political association or alliance or sexual preference. A very beautiful exercise we have designed for you. You will basically design 5 circles. The innermost circle is your DNA circle. Your mom, your dad, your children, your brother, your sister. And then it becomes a little bit bigger circle, and you put people that are known to you, your friends, people from your city, from your school. Then the circle becomes bigger, and then you have people who are not known to you, but you feel empathic, maybe in a different country or a different faith altogether. And the outermost circle is the circle where you have gone beyond human. You are now being empathic to animals and the plight of animals around the world, and you're also looking at the environment as a living, breathing entity, that without the environment, neither the animal will prosper or nor our survival is guaranteed. And once you play with that exercise, you will also assess how empathic are you, how far your empathy has gone so far. I think this is your own self-audit. Nobody's looking at you but you.